So again, when I saw those comments, I just thought to myself, what does your dating pool look like? Because if these are, which is totally fine, having your checklist of things that
Absolutely.
you're willing and not willing to accept, but what does your dating pool look like? And avatars on Dungeons and Dragons don't count.
I were to find out that they take a girl out on a date and expect them to pay, I would be livid. I would be insulted. I failed as a mom. Like I did everything wrong. But the fact that I'm like, is it a demographic? Is it a
That's the thing. Like,
generational
I
thing?
don't know if it's
Because
generational. Back in our day, you're going off to college. Hey, you're assigned a roommate. For the love of God, please don't be weird or a serial killer. Like, just be cool. Nowadays, there's social media. There's all these things where it's like, my daughter already knew her roommates before being assigned. Like, really is a shift because for the last 20 some odd years, I've been the dance mom, the volleyball mom, the PTA mom, and da da da. Now it's, okay, well, what do I like to
are
do?
you gonna take up crocheting?
Welcome back. This is our season 3 premiere of Primas Pero Not Really, where we spill the tea, not the tears. This is episode 17. But before we get started, I just want to remind you to like, follow, and subscribe on our socials and YouTube. So you're probably noticing a little change, not just in the set. For those of you who may not have seen some of our recent stuff on socials, you may have noticed that our party of 3 is now a party of 2. So, if you've been following along with us for a while, you know that Janice was in the process of opening up her own dance studio. And anyone that is a business owner knows that that takes a lot of time and attention. And so, because of that, she has had to take a step back from the show. We are incredibly excited for her, proud of her, very supportive. This has been a dream of hers. So, we are incredibly excited for Janice and what's to come. And, if you are in the North Miami area and have kiddos who like to sing, dance, and or act, check out her studio. It's in North Miami. It's called One Stop Performing Arts. And
She does everything, right?
She has everything.
She does dance, singing, right?
Singing, acting, musical theater.
Musical theater.
That's what I was trying to
It is a one-stop shop. It is
definitely, the name is appropriate. It is One Stop Performing Arts. So again, if you're in the North Miami area, go visit Janice, check it out. And
on
again,
socials too.
On socials, we will include her and all that. And yeah, so with that being said, and speaking of dance studios, my youngest is officially done with dance. And so I kind of feel like those trending videos now of the moms wearing dance costumes. I was really close to wearing one today, but I decided not to, just for visual purposes. She's tiny. We don't need to
have all that. Have all that.
It'd be like a Polish sausage all wrapped up and shit.
Un tamal mal
Un
envuelto.
tamal mal envuelto. Yes. But I am laughing at those videos of the moms. Like,
they are. I mean, first of all, a lot of them actually look like they fit. They fit into them. So it's not like they're like stuffed in there, which is impressive all on its own. And then it's just kind of like, you know what? Good for you. You are making use of your money, and
it's not just sitting in a bin. But yeah, I was like, maybe I should do that. And then I tried fitting into one of her costumes. The shimmy wasn't shimmying. It just didn't.
You have to like lather yourself in that.
It's like, again, it would be un tamal mal envuelto. But
or with bedazzled.
Or be a bedazzled tamale. It would be horrible. But anyway, I did want to talk to you about from last season. Our last episode got us a lot of chatter.
Yes, it did. We have a few things, right? Because I feel like we've gotten a lot of comment within not just the last episode. I think we also got some. The one with Luz also had some comments.
Yes.
Definitely not the demographic we would think are watching our reels.
No, I had no idea there were so many men. Angry men.
Angry at single moms.
So
that's the problem.
So if you guys had been following along, our last episode from season 2, I
Sorry,
made
guys. I need
a
to
very I made a
poor
very quick
wardrobe choice.
remark about middle-aged men. And I say middle-aged in the sense of like in their 40s, right? If you're single, you're dating. And I made just I thought it was an innocent enough comment
Leonardo
that
DiCaprio
if
your life?
if you've never been married, never had children, are you trying to live your Leonardo DiCaprio life or George Clooney life?
Clearly.
And the men
Struck a nerve.
came at me in the
Struck
comments.
a nerve. But there was another one as well. I think it was the one something that somebody else was like, oh, that's why you can date the
Oh, like
same.
date
You could
younger.
date the same. You could date the same, but with somebody without children. I'm like, okay. Oh, that it was like, well, then she just didn't really like him because he had kids and she was able to walk
Yeah.
away from him. And it was like, well, yeah, absolutely, because you can find somebody with the same qualities who doesn't have kids and is better. And I was like, oh,
That hurt.
I'm
Not a
like,
second.
well, I mean, yes, you could, but then but if you like them, it was like, no.
Right.
No, there's no liking them. They have children. It's like, just go and throw
Right.
yourself in a corner and just what is it? The lemurs? Isn't it the lemurs that run themselves off the
You said lemurs, I'm thinking lepers, but that's a whole different.
Isn't it lemurs the ones that when there's too many of them, they run off the cliff? That's just basically like, you're a single mom, you're never gonna date again. Just go to the cliff and just run off you're done. You're good.
I think what I found hilarious about the comments was, one person said, well, if a man does it, it's fine. But if a woman is in her 40s, never been married, never had kids, it's quote unquote ridiculous. And I was like, but why? Maybe she just didn't find the one. Maybe she chose not to have children, which women are questioned a hell of a lot more as to why they do or do not have children. But I just thought to myself, why is it ridiculous for a woman? But, if a man wants to do it, it's fine.
I mean,
why?
I do think, and we've talked about this before, men definitely, I'm going to say ripen, because I think of Spanish, maduro, right? Maduran, which is they ripen later in life. And that's why we've talked about, men tend to have younger children when they're older.
Yes.
Like, we see that it's a trend that you see more often than not. Maybe because it's assumed, oh, the man is waiting longer because he has his career. He needs to be able to sustain the family. And then that's when he goes out and I guess gets the 20-year-old who doesn't have children and has never been married, because that was and that was
my thing of like when me
to where a woman, if you're 40 and you know what, you've just
you're damaged, jumped off the cliff.
Goods.
You're the lemur.
You're the hag from Snow White. There's no hope for you. Just throw yourself off the cliff. You're done. And if you have children, there's no hope for you.
I'm never dating. I have Santa. But the thing that I found hilarious is a lot of these men, I went into their profiles and I'm like, you yourself are older. I'm not here to disparage anyone, but let's just say. And so if you, sir, are in your 40s, you look like you're within my age demographic, and you are sitting here commenting saying to avoid women like me who are in their 40s, who have children, you don't look like a Clooney or DiCaprio. So unless your bank account,
I want to see your dating pool.
Exactly, I want to see your dating options. And I get it. There's trolls everywhere, which is why it made me laugh. But I just didn't realize that a 12-second comment
which
don't enrage.
But don't get me wrong. Everybody has a preference. And we've talked about it, how we don't necessarily want to help raise little ones at my age. Not something I would want to do. So I can understand if a man does not want to date someone who has children. That makes sense. That's okay. But to say, oh, it's this, it's that, and I'm like, yeah, but then just don't, like Charles said, he's like, just don't date them. Nobody's forcing you one way or the other. He was simply saying that doesn't matter to him. It's not going to one way or the other.
But also, we've talked about it many times in that it gets to the point where your dating pool gets smaller. Like if you are male or female and you in your 40s, and it's like, unless you're willing to date someone in their 20s, early 30s that has no children or whatever, your options of someone similar in age, similar in their career path, similar in their season of life with no children. No, you are looking for what is it? The Princess and the Pea? It's it's the needle in the haystack. It's your unicorn.
Which There's a dating app for like older people. I don't remember what it's called.
Our Time.
Is it?
I think it's called. I remember.
Like I know
picturing the commercials.
So
Our Time.
there is dating apps for that, and I'm sure there are people who never. But again, I just feel like it gets to a point where that 20-year-old might not want to date you at 50.
Unless you have money.
Listen,
let's be straight up. Unless you have money.
No. Listen, at 20, me, and I don't speak for, I'm telling you, me at 20.
I wouldn't.
At 50 years old, me say, viejo, como, you're crazy? Because I'm not thinking about now. I'm thinking about 50, 60. By the time I'm 40, this guy's old. I'm still young, and he's old. Not like old, like old.
I don't even go that far. I just think to myself, if I was in my 20s, you know what? No, I have a 23-year-old daughter. If she were to bring home someone close to my age, I'd be like, I could not imagine bringing someone close to my parents' age home to meet them.
I mean, you'd get along better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can discuss prescriptions and ailments.
I was going to say, you probably have the same taste in music, similar, I don't know, political views. I don't know.
Es que esta generación no entiende.
I was going to say, he's definitely probably easier to speak to. But with that said, like, me at that age, at 20 years old, I don't think I would have been, I don't even care if they would have had money. I really don't.
Well, look, even now dating, and I've talked about this in the past where, young men will approach me like in their late 20s into their 30s and very nice. Yeah, we can go out, we have a good time. But then I think to myself, dude, no, why are you trying to get with an older woman? Because guess what? You are now, let's keep the math simple because we don't math. You are now 30. In 20 years, you're going to be 50, but I'm going to be 70 almost.
I'm sorry.
Exacto.
At 30 years old, I don't want somebody who's that old.
Right? So it's kind of like,
it's wrinkly.
It looks
I'm sorry.
Bueno,
if you're not wrinkly, do you want to deal with somebody who's wrinkly? I don't want to get wrinkly. What makes you think I want to deal with somebody?
That's when we do Botox.
I was going to say, I spend a lot of money to not be wrinkly. Do you think that I want to deal with alguien con todos los pellejos? No, you're crazy.
So that's things that I think of like, okay, you guys might think this is like nice, pero no.
Todo con su tiempo.
Exacto. And so it's like, so again, when I saw those comments, I just thought to myself, what does your dating pool look like? Because if these are, which is totally fine, having your checklist of things that you're willing and not willing to accept. But what does your dating pool look like? And avatars on Dungeons and Dragons don't count. Just
avatars.
Don't cancel me. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And then someone else had said, that if not only is it ridiculous for a woman to be in that situation, but also that we as women, if a woman chooses to never have been married, never to have children, and she's in midlife like us, that we would applaud it. It's like feminism. And I'm like, no. And if I was a man, I would want to understand the why, because I'd be like, did you not want to settle down? Because I'm looking to settle down.
Well, I mean, with a female, I would think the same thing as a male. Like, you know what? There's a good chance she was, doing her career, wrapped up in, and doing stuff. And
maybe she just wanted to putear. It could have been that, but ask the question so that you can be like, yeah, no, I'm looking to settle down. But if you're not ready to settle down, keep living your...
there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Taylor or Cher? I don't know.
Well, Taylor was married like a bunch of times.
No, but maybe it's like living her Cher life.
Because I feel like Cher's the one with... Cher and Madonna both have like the very young boyfriends.
Yeah, Cher's like what? Pushing 70, 80, and her boyfriend's like...
80, girl.
Oh, shit. Seriously?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. And her boyfriend's like what? 30?
Young. But bueno, she's got Cher money.
She got money. She's
got Cher money. So she
got Cher money. That's why she looks the way
it's like the Chappelle, I don't have fucking money. I have, I best money. Like that's where
the only money I have is speeding ticket money, which is why I'm always in the left lane on the highway. I don't have more than speeding ticket money. No. I don't. So any young men out there, don't hit me up because I can only pay a speeding ticket. That's probably the most I can help you with.
And heaven forbid if you expect them to pay for the dinner, because
that's another one.
That is never going to go away from me. I still get mind blown by that, because I think I would like to believe, number one, I'm raising 3 boys.
Yes.
If I were to find out that they take a girl out on a date and expect them to pay, I would be livid. I would be insulted. I failed as a mom. Like, I did everything wrong. But the fact that I'm like, is it a demographic? Is it a
That's the thing.
generational
Like, I don't
thing?
know if it's
Because
generational. I don't want to say it's cultural because I think as Hispanics, I have a brother. And it was very much, my brother was raised, oh, tú eres el hombre, tú abres la puerta, you pay for the dinner, like, you are the man, right? And from my perspective, it's, you are the woman, allow yourself to be treated as the female, que te abren la puerta, they pay for the dinner. And we've had this discussion before where it's like, on the first date, you pay, on the second date, you pay. Now, once we are like, okay, we like each other and we're dating and we're seeing each other more consistently, now, okay, you pay for the dinner. Well, you know what? I'll buy the drinks after. Or, whatever, we'll go halvesies or
so
whatever.
I have a question for you, and I've thought about this. Do you think our perspective is something that's more someone who's at a different age
Mm,
to where financially you're more established, you have a different mindset that you're not, like I've said, you're not looking for somebody to necessarily rescue you,
yes.
but you're willing to, you know what, I have my own stuff, I'll help you. To when you're younger, it's just kind of like,
Take care of me.
take care of me. Like,
I think it's also, yes, I think with age, it's the old saying, right? With age comes wisdom. So it's kind of like I'm a homeowner. I have bills, I have children, I have expenses. So it's kind of like, I understand you're in the same boat. So it's not fair that you're always paying. So again, date one, you pay because for me, I am old school chivalry, that
I
kind of
just think
thing.
you should. I'm
But
sorry,
yeah, I'm old school.
I'm old school. And you know what? If that's not your outlook, then this is not going to go
Yeah.
any further. Because this is just the first hurdle. There's
Yeah.
a lot more coming, I promise you.
This is easy peasy.
So because I do have certain things that are indoctrinated in me when it comes to the chivalry,
Yes.
the male figure, so it's like if expecting, and I hate to use the word expecting, but it is an expectation for you to pay on the first date. If that's a problem, then that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's so it that yes, to your point, that one video on socials in the comments where for
No,
whatever
no,
reason
it
again,
went
all the
wild.
men
Like
got
it just
mad.
it grew a world of its own. It
Well, I
its own, and
think
it
the
just
reason okay, but I think I'm trying to think back to exactly what was said on that reel. I think the reason that one may have struck a nerve, it's because again, it was just like 30
it was a
seconds.
snippet,
It
correct?
was a snippet of a much larger conversation of the things that single moms have to do in order to go out. Like,
That's why when it was like, that's why I don't date single moms.
right, it goes back to this why I don't date single moms. But, we posed a question to Charles in that episode of does he take into consideration that a single mom needs to find a babysitter?
He was like, yeah, absolutely. And those
Pay for a
and
babysitter, pay for all these things. So yeah, I'm going to pay for her dinner. But for him, it's more of the I'm going to pay for it regardless of what she has to
but I
do.
also think that Charles has also I also think it depends on the age of the man.
Yeah.
Because if you're 20 something, you're not used to dating somebody who has kids. So obviously if they have kids, they got littles. They got little
Yeah.
ones. So it's different as well. Somebody like us who we have kids, it's like, yeah, I have kids, but they're on autopilot at this point, right? Like
They can use a toaster,
they yeah,
maybe. And
sometimes you know what I'm saying? Like it's a little different. So where you say like, yeah, but when you're younger, like if you're 25 to say, no, I don't want to date a single mom. Okay. But I want to get to be 40, 50.
yeah,
Your
you're
dating
on
pool
our
is
time. You're on our time
your
to
dating
have
pool gets smaller and smaller.
like just avoid Tinder and avoid what are the other ones? Hinge and Facebook dating. Avoid all that. Just go straight to our time. And that's it.
You'll be fine.
And you'll be fine there because the likelihood of finding someone with grown children or no children might be there. And more than likely she can't get pregnant at that point if she's on that.
But you know what? I do know people who have made the choice to not have children,
Yes.
and that's great. Like I don't like
Mhm.
that's your choice. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's really like there's something wrong with you. It's just kind of like, oh, you're this age, you haven't had kids. Well, it's just I didn't want kids, and that's why I'm like, you know what? Better to not have them if you don't want them,
I think
right?
though,
Like than to have them and just be like, oh crap, now I got to lug this kid around.
but I think that's so much more acceptable when it's a man that makes that choice versus a woman. Like, as a woman, it's like, how can you not want kids? How can you not? Like, that is the deepest love you can have. It's like, yo, it's exhausting.
It's
Like,
exhausting,
I love my kids. I would never trade being a mother, but
but
it's
you give up a
exhausting.
lot.
You give up a
You
lot.
give up a lot, and it's not temporary.
And I think it takes, like, I have a very good friend of mine since high school, and she made a very conscious choice to not have children. And for her, it's like, I love to travel. I love living the van life. And she's like, it would be selfish of me to have children. It would be selfish. And
Which is
she
great.
acknowledged that. And it's like, great, good for you. Like, guess what? You can pick up and go. And it's like, no, I have dance, I have baseball, I have this, I have that. It's like, it, but women I do feel are just judged a lot more. Probably like even within their own family, like las tias and stuff. You know the judgy tias,
Yes, we
or
all have
Hispanic
them.
judgy tias.
We all have them. But I
Like,
mean,
why?
well, and you know what? There are those that judge the single mom who is dating, who is, and it's like, I don't know, she has kids, and I'm like, but if she has kids, like, what's
Oh
she
my
supposed
God.
to do? Like, so she's just like,
Yes.
again, so she's just supposed to raise these children, just throw herself in a corner, like never, like just that's it. You had children, you didn't, your marriage or your relationship didn't work out. You are destined to be alone. Figure it out.
But it's funny you mention that because one of my mom's friends that known her since I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6. I remember when I got divorced because I have two girls. She was very much like, why are you dating? And I was like, well, why not? And for her, it was because you have girls and the what if and the what if. And I'm like, so am I supposed to stay alone until my youngest is 18 and grown?
God, that's this year.
Right, right. That's 11 years. You know what would have happened after 11 years, girl? You know what would have happened on my first date? Well, no, maybe not the first one, but like, no, waiting 11 years? No, me
You would have paid
joda.
for the date for sure.
I would have paid for the date. So there are like tias that, for them it's to your point, like, why are you dating? You have kids. I'm like, I didn't realize it was a curse. It was a curse upon me, you
I'm not
know?
taking them with me. Like, what do you mean? Like, what's
I do question. I have seen where that happens where, like, oh, don't give me that look. I have seen where that happens where I've talked to men of like, yeah, she brought the child on her first date because she didn't have a sitter.
so then reschedule? What the? No, are you serious?
Mhm,
This is the thing.
mhm. I mean, I never had to do that because my kids were a little bit older and
I don't care.
they did the back and forth with their father for some time. So I would
Take
go
a day off
out.
from work and have a lunch date.
That's
When
another
they're
thing.
in
Dates don't
school.
have to be at night.
Like, let them drop them off at school, take the day off from work, go on a lunch date. It's cheaper.
I'm a single mom. I can't take the day off. But you know what I mean? But that's another thing of like, okay, we don't have to go out at night. We can go out. Like you said, we can go lunch. Like, it's cool. It's fine. But I have, men I have met, I usually will ask the question, like, what's one of like the weirdest first dates or what's like the worst first date? Because I call it market research. Because again, men go through shit too.
Yes,
It's not just us.
they do. They do.
So on a couple of instances, it wasn't that many, but there were a couple that said, well, she didn't find a sitter, so she brought the child with her. And I'm like, but like, did you have to pay for that? At that point, it's like, do you pay for the kid too? Like,
Oh
now at
hell
this
no!
point, it's a family meal.
They didn't want to pay for you. You got to pay for the kid. You're crazy.
At this point, it's turned into like a family outing. Like, what do you do
That's
at that
amazing.
point?
That's amazing. I'm sorry. That you just.
I would never.
I wouldn't know. No way.
I would never.
No.
I
mean, no, I'm not, listen, I'm not criticizing anybody who has because Lord knows, why. I just don't think, I mean, when I was married, I didn't want to take my kids with me out to dinner.
I just want to date with my husband.
Like, I just want to have a dinner nice and peaceful. That's where I'm going with this, right? Like, I'm not even thinking about like anything like,
I just want a night off.
yeah, I need the time away from the child.
Oh my God. But yeah, I've heard of that. So it's kind of like,
I love my kids, adore my kids. I'm always with my kids.
that's why you want to break
But
from
that's
them
why if I'm
sometimes.
like, yeah,
It's rough, man. But yeah, I've heard that where it's like they've brought them and it's like, ooh, hmm. Like they don't need to see like the dating pool. I don't know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even want them to like,
You don't need to see.
because not everybody's worthy to be my children. I think that's more where I'm going with that. Like, not everybody. I don't want my children necessarily meeting who I'm dating until I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you're good, you're safe, you're not a creep.
Do you find, or maybe we just don't know, but do you find that probably men or women are more apt to introducing the kids too soon?
From my experience, um, I've dated men who have had children who have been very protective of their kids.
Mhm.
Um, and I think it's great, right? Because they had the same like
Thought process,
mindset
yeah.
of, you know,
If I don't know if this is going somewhere,
yeah,
you don't need to meet my
I'm
kids.
not just gonna introduce every person that I go out on a date with to my children. Um, but I do feel that men are more inclined to introduce them to the kids.
I mean, that has been
I mean,
my
that's just
experience.
again, that's just kind of like the impression I've gotten.
I think also depends on the kid's age.
I
Like
mean,
someone with like older kids, maybe a little bit safer or might feel a little bit more comfortable
yeah,
in either mentioning to their kids that they're dating or because there's some men that I've met where it was like, oh, my kids don't know that I date. And I'm like, do they think you're a monk? Like you've been separated, divorced for 1, 3, 5, 7 years, and you're telling me your kids don't know that you date? I mean, you're 2 steps from being, I don't know, a priest.
I mean,
Like,
it
what
has
do
to be implied, right?
especially
Like,
if they're older, why
I
why
mean,
are we being
maybe
so
they don't,
hidden?
maybe you haven't told them, but it has to be implied. Has to be implied. There's no way.
It's like, again, do they
No?
think you're a monk, that you're a priest? Like, and again, I can understand if it's littles because they're little, they don't need to know all that. But if you have an older child or older children, then, what is, why are we being so, I don't know. I don't get it.
Maybe they don't want to know their daddy's a hoe.
Because, it was last week, then this week,
It'd
then
be like,
this.
damn, pops, how many chicks? It's like a rotating
It's
door.
going to be one of those of like, I'm not going to even bother learning your name. I'm just not.
Hi, this is a
No, 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 no. Next week, it's a different one. See you. See you. But
for you. I mean, maybe that's what it. Well, I comments. No,
I don't know. I
I'm like,
don't know.
would love to
But
hear about that one.
yeah, this one might get us again. It might just ignite
I
another
always feel like
shitstorm.
the comments that we get are never expected. Like from the reels that we put out, it's always like, how did you get that from what I just said? Like I did, and you just like went.
Auditory processing
Oh, I always say that.
disorders.
I'm like
Yes.
auditory processing. I will say that the comments and everything has really
Shown
shown me
Mhm.
how many
of us.
of us are inflicted by auditory processing disorder. And I'm just like,
It's like you
you're not even
understood
close.
that. You understood that from what that said. Oh,
Well, there was even one that made a comment about a completely different podcast.
yeah.
And we're like, wait, what?
He was like something. That's right. It was something I said. And like, oh, Mario Lopez.
But it was
and
us,
I was like,
but it was on the other, it was on Pero Que Papi.
yes.
So it
But
wasn't even ours.
I was like, I didn't even say Mario Lopez. What are you talking about?
You mentioned Mario Lopez. And I listened to, so it was done on one podcast. It was you. It was referencing another podcast.
And talking about an actor that I didn't even mention.
Which wasn't even mentioned in
I never mentioned his name. So
in
I'm
the
like,
reel.
who, what? Where did you get this?
And that's why you were like, I don't understand. I'm like, oh no, they mean this one. They mean, pero let me tell you, that's not us. But thanks for listening to all of us. I guess.
Thank you. You connected 3 podcasts together, and it's because all of us have pero.
Pero
We all have pero. That's why. That's the theme among the 3 podcasts is the pero. But yeah, it's just interesting. And talking about dating, yeah, so totally learned my lesson. Like again, this
This is great because I was trying to. I'm like, how am I going to bring this up?
yeah, you know me. I don't care. That's the purpose. That's the purpose of this, right? It's a shit show. Dating is a shit show, and talking about, it was in the last episode or last two, I can't even remember anymore.
The one about remarrying.
Yeah, it was like, hey, this person was great and I would consider remarriage, and lasted
It just
93 days.
exploded.
Lasted 93 days, which is where they got their moniker now. But it is one of those things, listen, what movie is that from? I forgot. It's one of the Wayans movies. Anyway, I was like, lesson. Um, where it was certain behaviors where I was like, oh no, this is way too familiar. And if this is how it is within the first 93 days, I don't want to know what it's like in the next 9 years. I'm stepping away. So, because again, using what you've said in the past, I couldn't make it work with the father of my children.
I'm not jumping through hoops.
I'm not, la vida es muy corta, la vida es muy corta. So it was like, no. So back to the drawing board. And, more comic relief to come in my dating life. Okay.
And when she is dating somebody, we're just not going to talk about it.
Okay. Or maybe we will, because it'll just add laughter. And one of us has to bring that joy and excitement to the friendship. And it's not going to be you. You're still partnered up. So
I'm like, what do you mean?
It's not going to be you. You're already
I mean, I
partnered
bring
up.
happiness. I light up a room. What are you talking about?
Listen, I laugh at those true crime shit.
She lit up a room.
No, the fuck I didn't.
You don't know me, or you don't like me, or you're just here for the
If
documentary.
if anyone is ever looking for me and they're like, oh my gosh, she was so amazing, she just lit up a room when she walked in, they're lying.
They're probably the ones who killed you.
Probably. They're lying, because it's like, I absolutely didn't. 9 out of 10 times I'm told you look unapproachable.
Me
So
too.
it's like,
Me too.
I didn't light up a room. I did none of that. I probably dimmed it down a bit. I don't know.
I have been called a black cloud on occasion.
Oh my God, like the little Prozac bubble? Was it Prozac or Zoloft? The little bubble
No,
commercial.
it's Zoloft.
There
That's
you go.
Zoloft.
You're the Zoloft
But I
bubble.
will say that I feel like, although I'm not the person to light up a room, I don't know. I don't know if this means I'm unpleasant until I'm not. And it's not that I'm unpleasant.
I just gotta get comfortable.
If I don't know you, I don't fuck with you. Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
like I stay in my lane. I'm very like, and then we'll talk. And then it's like, oh, okay. But most of the times I'm just kind of quiet. I'm observing. And then once I see like, okay, you look like someone that I can tolerate.
Right.
Sorry, that's the word we're going to use. Then I'd be like, okay, now we can have a conversation, or now like I'll open up
Exactly.
little by little. But I am very selective on who I let into my circle.
Yes.
I'm very, very, very selective on who
Especially
I
as
let
I've
in my
gotten
circle.
older.
Yes, I like my circle no squares.
Circle the squares.
It's a
It
lyric.
was very geometry. I was like, whoa.
That's a Jay-Z lyric.
Yeah.
Tight circle, no squares.
I'm pretty. When it comes to the music stuff, I'm like, if it's not on 99.9 Kiss Country.
Which I enjoy. I enjoy, country music as much as the next
But when
person.
you bust out the hip hop, I'm like,
I just
I'm
have lots
so
of lyrics.
pretty.
But it's not just hip hop. I have like,
I know. But yeah, as I've gotten older, definitely
all the math portion of my brain is taken up by music lyrics and movie quotes.
movie quotes. I speak in movie quotes.
That's why there's no mathing.
That's why we did things in college that didn't require math. It's like
logic.
What? Yes.
Which logic is a math course, ladies and gentlemen.
As children recently learned.
It is not a class about common sense. It is a class about logic and basically like a pre-statistics class. So for those of you signing up for a logic course
in college,
it is not about common sense.
As we are educating our children on
math.
College courses as they embark college.
They're not going to be okay.
They're not. They're going to be. They're going to make it.
Well,
they're going to figure it out.
They don't have many choices, right? Like, they have to figure it out.
They do.
It's going to be a sink or swim. The phone calls are going to be fun.
I wholeheartedly admit.
The phone calls are going to be great.
I wholeheartedly admit both of my kids were in a bubble. My oldest is 23. She's kind of been independent-ish for the past couple of years. But with my 18-year-old, she's soon, she's headed off to college, and it's your admin assistant is not on site anymore. Like I helped her with all the stuff in the student portal, that it was so much simpler back in our day.
Let me tell you, college is hard. But
Just
getting them into college was really hard.
it was like I look at the student portal and I'm like, there's so many options to click. I don't know what the hell to
Although
do.
the FAFSA is very easy now
It is, but
because they just link up to your taxes now.
yes,
To where before you had to itemize all that bullshit. And I remember going to school and I would be like, oh, God damn it, like there's numbers.
there's
like,
numbers.
And it was a form that you had to fill out. It was a red and white form, and you had
Horrible.
It was horrible. So when I was just like, oh, put in your this, oh,
And it just connected.
click, and it just connected, and I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
That was it. It was like 5 minutes. It took
But
me
I
longer to
know-
input his name.
But I know, like with my daughter, like I sat down and we looked at, okay, let's go into the financial aid. Let's look at micro scholarships. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. None of that happened back in our day with our parents. It was, I always laugh at that. I don't even think my parents knew how I applied for college, how I picked my classes. Like they just knew I was going. The process of getting there, they didn't know. They just knew I went to college. But with my kids,
they weren't even sure where you were going.
they had no idea. They just, oh, you're getting a graduation ceremony. Okay, cool. But now it's like, you got to figure this out. Like your bubble is just, boop. I feel like Drew in the Minions movie and stuff, like, boop, as he's popping bubbles as he's walking. Yeah, like her bubble popped because all on her own. And you got to figure it out. So I am excited for the phone calls.
I'm excited just because I feel like there's so many things that I'm probably going to take for granted that the phone call is going to be like something really random. Like I can
tell the price of bread.
Yeah,
at
like
the grocery store.
things like that. I wish I was joking when I say that, but that was an issue. But like those things that I'm just going to be like, really? How do you not know how to do that? Like how? I'm waiting for that phone call. Those are the phone calls that I know I'm going to get where it's just going to be like random and it's just going to be like, but mom, how do you?
I don't know.
Like, what?
But again, I think one of,
like, how do you wash a fitted sheet? I don't know, like something random. It's just I know it's going to be something really good. I know it's going to be good.
I put the fitted sheet with other things. Where's all the other clothes?
Everything disappeared.
Did you open the fitted sheet? But I do think something that has been interesting to see in this new world generation. I feel like I'm talking like 7 years ago.
Well, that's another thing. It's not that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago, but it feels so drastically different because back in our day, you're going off to college. Hey, you're assigned a roommate. For the love of God, please don't be weird or a serial killer. Like, just be cool. Nowadays, there's social media. There's all these things where it's like, my daughter already knew her roommates before being assigned. Like they got together and it's like, yeah, I think you're cool, we get along. And they asked to be roomed together.
Well, yeah, because now they can ask to be roomed together. Same
that didn't happen. Again, you pray to the baby Jesus that your roommate didn't kill you in the middle of your sleep.
Which I'm hoping that whoever he picked like works out. I've told you, I don't know if I want him to be messier than him or more organized than him.
Well, and that's the thing where I'm like, okay, you guys get along great because it's on socials and you're texting and all that. That's great. But now you have to share a living space. And you were raised by a neurotic mom who likes everything in her place. Everything has a place, If these people are messy or whatever, like, is that going to make your eye twitch? So it's, again, those are the phone calls I'm looking forward to of you have only cohabitated with your mother and your sister. This is going to be great.
Well,
great.
With my children, there's 3 of them. And they do pick up each other's slack. So it's kind of like, I can't find my black socks. Don't worry, I got a pair. They have a pair of black socks, baseball socks.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I forgot to put the clothes in the washing machine. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'll put it in the dryer. Like things like that. Like they each kind of like cover for each other. So I'm like, you're not going to have a number 2 or 3 with you. Again, I hope your roommate is cool and, but you're going to have to do shit yourself. Now,
when we visited the dorm, obviously before moving her in and everything, it's a healthy walk. It's like a 10-15 minute walk.
Yeah, you told me she's going to get her steps in.
And which is cool now, but what are you going to do in the winter? So I can already imagine my very resourceful child making friends with the folks with the cars so that on a cold winter day, it's like, yo, I don't mind showing up an hour early to class.
Yeah.
I just need a ride.
Got the heater on? Good. We're good. We're good.
That's all I'm waiting for is for
We're
that.
good.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to the phone calls. I'm looking forward to just what the hell, just figuring out life. Just
I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be, like I said, I'm looking forward to those things, like the mom, you'll never guess what happened to me today, like that shit. Because I know it's gonna be something completely random that I'm gonna be like, yeah, and he's just gonna be mind blown.
But what do you mean this is normal?
Like this is life. Yes, kid. Yes, this is what happened.
Mom, I ran out of groceries. Did you order more?
Like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's one of those, like they're just gonna assume
Because they're just used to, I
things up
open the
here.
pantry and it's like, yeah.
Or every week, mom sends the message, hey, doing groceries. What do you guys need?
That's gone.
I can only imagine I'm gonna get a text message like, hey, mom, can you
You?
Instacart me some stuff? Like, I don't think, like, I
Well,
know it's gonna be something.
I did because, you know, it's close to her campus. I want to say it's like a Publix and 2 Walmarts or something like that. So we have Walmart Plus. So I was like, look, use my app. And then that way, if you need anything, you know, at the very least, I gave that, you know, but I'm like,
Oh, I'm
gotta
gonna do
figure it
the
out.
order for him because I can only imagine he's gonna like.
She has her own account. It's like, it's all you budget. We're going to learn how to budget. We're going to learn.
You can do that? You can do that with Walmart Plus? Like give her her own account, or you created a whole nother account?
No, she uses my account, but she adds her credit card. She adds her debit card to her bank account because then it's like, no.
Gotcha.
You have a meal plan. I expect you.
I was gonna say, like,
you,
because I can only imagine, like, my kid will
Listen.
probably have like the most random stuff, like I don't know.
So all I know is because again, first year freshman, she is required to have a meal plan. So I'm like, I don't expect a lot in grocery bill or DoorDash or anything else because
absolutely not. I'm
you have
paying
an
for meal plan.
unlimited meal plan.
Listen, I expect you to every day pack a lunch with you, come back and take, like, no, this is the one.
Yeah. So I mean, so for those of you who don't have adults or soon to be college bound kids, something that I learned is you are required to live on campus if you are a freshman.
In a lot of the campuses.
You are exempt if like you're local, whatever. There are some exemptions, but for the most part, you are required to live on campus and you are required to have a meal plan. And it was like, wait, what?
Use it or lose it.
And so I told her, I'm like, you can sit in that dining hall all day and eat all day long. It's covered. It is unlimited.
Buy somebody else lunch.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have me a plan. No, right. Come on,
That's okay. That's okay. I got you. I'll pay for that date. That's a cheap date. 2 freshmen going to the dining hall.
It's awful.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that is going to be, I'm sure, things that we will talk about.
Oh, our next this season will be fun once we have the kiddos.
Yes, once we have them
shipped off,
fully settled, and we will share stories, texts,
how we're handling it too. Yes, because that's another.
Yeah, it is interesting because like we joke about it and everything, but there is, even though you do still have 2 at home and I have my oldest at home, there is still going to be a missing piece in the house.
My oldest is a very important part in my home dynamic.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass, but
we love you. We do love you.
But he's a very important part. He keeps the machine going. He does. So I think not having him is going to be adjustment, not just for myself, for his brothers as well. I think it's going to be different. His grandparents are already like, oh, I'm going to miss him so much. And I'm like, dude, he's not even left yet. Like, stop. Like, give me a minute. Like, let me miss him. Like, I live with him. Give me a second. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think it's a new normal, another new normal.
I think like when my oldest graduated, it was a little bit different because I had her sister and it's a 5-year difference.
You kept going.
I kept going, but my oldest had gone, you know, she did her college thing, she was working, whatever. And even though she was still in the house and, you know, we were also interacting, it wasn't that one-on-one time in the car. It wasn't that constant one-on-one time.
She didn't leave for school.
Yeah, she didn't leave for school, but, you know, she was working, she was going to college, like she had a boyfriend. And so she was living her own life. Whereas then it became 5 years of just me and my youngest in the car going to and from dance, to and from school, to and from. And now that is ending and there's no other child to
I
then
heard
fill
you
that
told you
in.
you could take one of mine. I heard you told you. I've got 2.
You will see me pick a kid. Go to a baseball field. You'll see me on a baseball field. But yeah, and I don't think, people talk about that when it comes to the empty nest season of that it really is a shift because for the last 20 some odd years, I've been the dance mom, the volleyball mom, the PTA mom, and da da da. Now it's, okay, well, what do I like to
Are
do?
you going to take up crocheting?
What the fuck, girl?
Because there's like little muñequitos that if you do, I would love for you to make for me. Have you seen them? They're like little.
You know what I'm picturing is the thing that you purchased, and I don't want to even talk about it right now, but the thing that you purchased that you called me, can you imagine that thing? That
Crocheted?
rubber thing crocheted?
Guys, that's nothing bad. Could you?
That's true. It's hilarious. It is a birthday gift for someone.
That's
so
why we
it's
don't
not
want to share,
bad,
but it's not inappropriate.
but
It's just an odd.
It's hilarious.
It's an odd knickknack.
I mean, there's things I know that I don't like, right? I don't ask me to be a painter. I can't do I can't even do a stick man. Like, no. Gardening probably depends. I don't know. I already work out, so going to the gym isn't a problem. But like, what else? Like, someone was telling me, like, oh, I took a mosaics class, and I'm like,
mosaics. That's the glass stuff.
yeah,
right?
I feel like I'm not.
Or the little piece of the tile. No.
Like, I'm not crafty. I've never been DIY. Like,
But how do you do with the mosaics?
I don't know. ¿Dónde lo voy a poner en el culo? Like, I don't know. Where do you want me to stick it?
Like, that's something like, what are we doing mosaics? Like, where are we putting these?
Exactly. Where am I going to put them? Like,
Those
those are knickknacks, and I don't do tchotchkes.
Yeah, tchotchkes are a little much.
I don't do tchotchkes.
I mean, it's okay, but like, if you're into that.
And I'm not. So I am at that stage in my life, and someone I know told me, they're like, you're in the same spot most retirees are at. And I was like, yeah, it's just fast forward for me right now. And trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do? What does my next steps looks like? So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. At least you have 2 to kind of like keep you occupied. I do have the dogs. They'll keep me busy.
Like I said, it's just it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a shift, and like I said, I'm excited for it. I know
I'm definitely excited for her because I didn't go away to college.
I didn't either, so I
So
think
I'm
it'll be
excited
great.
for
I'm
her.
excited for him in that aspect of him just going out and even if they hate it, just go out and just do it for a year and
Yeah.
make like see what it's like to live on your own, to be away from home, to do school. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, I've always thought like like the movies where the kid goes away
Yeah.
to school and they do the dorm thing, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be so cool. When I was young, no había dinero, and even if there was money, tú no te vas de aquí. So
Okay.
it's like one of those.
I remember with my mom, it was like, oh, you want to go away to college? Well, no, let me know where. So wait, I know where to go. So like, for my mom's mentality, was like, so I know where to get a
we all
house
move in.
because you
We
go,
all
we
move in.
all go. And it's like,
But that's what I'm saying. So like it wasn't an option,
yeah,
for me. So number one, that he can even have that option, that possibility of doing it, the opportunity. I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him. And for me, it's also like he lays the groundwork
for the others,
for his siblings, so that I think is also important as well.
Yeah. But more to come. So we are excited. Lots of changes, not just with us here on the podcast, but just in our lives in general. So we have a lot of guests coming up for the season 3. So we are excited to share that with you all. And thanks for joining us today on Las Primas.